Going to continue a save I already have in open Morrowind. Stuck trying to find the Dwemer puzzle cube. Now the ad's over, so let's go to the active scene. And let's hope things don't completely break, because there's still no chat docs for OBS in Wayland. Supposedly it's supposed to be on the bottom level, but I don't remember where the bottom level is. the walkthrough. Grus and Surus Velvus. What was the name of these bandits? Oh, there they are. Face west. Okay. It's on a shelf. Okay. No, it's not. Do I have it already? No. That doesn't help. What? Did I pick it up at some point and then just leave it somewhere because I was over encumbered, maybe? That would be very me thing to do. also possible the item is just bugged. It's probably more likely that I've misplaced it somehow. Hey, Sammy. How are you? Hey, thanks. It's technically tomorrow, but tomorrow is a work day, so I'm okay. I have a day shift tomorrow, so not looking forward to that. Also, at the moment, I seem to have misplaced the quest item for this quest, so I'm going to just look away for a moment while I cheat. Hopefully. I haven't actually used commands in open world Morrowind at any point, so might even work. I don't actually remember if they changed the... Oh right, they're not the same commands. That makes... No, wait, implemented. It's supposed to be the same. Command... Just going to go do a different quest, I think. Can't even cheat properly. Wonder where the item is though. I don't remember if I actually dropped any items in here. Also, I haven't played this save in a while, so let's hope it actually loads the outside world. So far, so good. Hey, John Warhammer, welcome in. Yeah, thanks. Wait, can we continue going? Yeah, we can. Let's go to Molagmar. So the announcement Tibik posted, hopefully she feels up to streaming next week. It's a simple landscape, but that is a gorgeous view. This is open Morrowind with the... I think it's the total conversion mod list. So yes and no. Also, this is the... At least until Skywind releases, this is the best way to enjoy Morrowind. ESO's Vardenfell and Morrowind regions being a close second, in my opinion. Yeah, I even have the mainland added with the Tamriel rebuilt project. They're slowly filling in, and I don't remember if it's in this mod pack or this. The Gold Coast and I think this is part of Skyrim. Although it looks very far away to just be Skyrim, because Skyrim starts like around here. I didn't actually look into what part of Skyrim, I think it's Home of the Nords that mod pack is called. I'm not convinced Elder Scrolls 3 is ever going to get released. And I think the chance of Skywind releasing before Elder Scrolls 6 is also quite high. Probably should have gone to a town. Because I think I'm over encumbered soon. Well, this is not looking good. Mildly ominous. This is feeling very Sithis. I don't remember if Sithis is in. Oh, these are 6,000 people, ash slaves, yeah. Yeah. Skyrim 2nd Anniversary Edition incoming. Can keep re-releasing Skyrim on Nintendo consoles. The Mount Can, det må Magmar, Mount Vivek. Have I not been to Vivek yet? Or is it just, no, it's just a second route to Vivek? Right, because it wraps around here. Now let's continue onwards to Molagmar. Skyrim released on Switch 1, and don't quote me on it, but I think there is a Switch 2 release as well, or a upgrade patch or something like that. And they released Oblivion Remastered on Switch 2. That might also have been on Switch 1, I'm not sure. I try not to play games like that on the Switch, because they barely work on the PC. Yeah, and there's a Skyrim version for Switch, which even has Amiibo integration. You can get some Link gear, I think it is. Favorite Elder Scrolls game? Probably Morrowind. If the if the question is specifically favorite game and not game spent, game hours spent, because then it's probably ESO by a wide margin. Skyrim is a lot of fun too, but it's just not the same. And, you know, the region sort of dictates how fantastical the game is going to be with Elder Scrolls games, so Skyrim was always going to be an underdog in that way. probably why, if the question was favorite version of Skyrim, I would probably have to say ESO's Skyrim, even though it's not complete yet. Because there's a lot more interesting stuff to explore. And Blackreach is a lot more interesting in ESO. Oh, that's a gargoyle. Level 15. Well, I'm screwed. Help, help, I'm being attacked. One thing I both miss and don't miss about these old games is how hard it is to find healing items. It increases the difficulty a lot, but also it increases the difficulty a lot. Why is that rock charging at me? Well... Oh, I'm dead. Newer RPGs also do the annoying thing that Oblivion and Skyrim does, where you can basically go wherever you want. Like, what just happened over there would never happen in a modern RPG. Other than Fallout. But they specifically kept that to some extent in Fallout, because Fallout fans would have rioted even more than we already did if it was like Oblivion, where you can go anywhere. Vanilla Oblivion was crazy. You could finish that game at level 1. Yeah, so original Oblivion and also Oblivion Remastered to some extent, although they tried to fix it. And also even like final patch original Oblivion. The game gets more and more balanced sort of as you level up. And in the beginning it's hard because... slightly challenging because you don't have gear, but all the monsters are also really weak because you're level 1. Then as you level, things sort of start to level out, where the creatures and the gear and your level kinda make sense. And then the difficulty just goes through the roof at a certain level, and the game becomes increasingly harder while your character basically stagnates. So the meta for playing Oblivion is to figure out what the optimal level is and then just stay at that level. I think they patched it so that you can't finish it at level 1 anymore because they changed the balancing enough. Oblivion also removes creatures and gear from the leveled lists. So at a certain point, like rats and imps and stuff like that just straight up can't spawn anymore. and they're replaced with higher level characters or creatures. Just also why you get. It's also why in Oblivion you get bandits wearing like mithril and dwemer and glass, stuff like that, that there's no way they would have been able to get. Like dwemer armor, where is a bandit going to get dwemer armor? Especially the Cyrodiilic dwemer armor, which, if I remember the lore correctly, isn't actually dwemer armor, it's armor made with dwemer metal.
Do your ancestors speak to you today, Outlander? Or are your ears deaf to their wisdom?
Just a random NPC out here for no reason. Probably some sort of quest at some point. Oh, that's a fire atronach. I think I'm going to leave. Thank you for the chat, lady. Barriers between worlds is always thin in Tamriel. Keeps getting invaded. I don't know how much you know about the Elder Scrolls lore, John, but do you have a favorite piece of Elder Scrolls lore? I think I'm slightly off the path I was intending. Oh, okay. Depending on what kind of games you prefer, Morrowind is a nice place to start. Although, if you're into MMORPGs, ESO has quite a lot of lore as well. And in my opinion, is a good game.
Let no new thing arise, Outlander.
These are friendly. This is apparently a Telvanni place. Ah. Which version of Morrowind? I would recommend playing open Morrowind, at least until Skywind is released. Skywind doesn't have any public releases yet. Modding open Morrowind is slightly more involved though.
Outlander. Too many visitors forget their manners.
But also, you get most of the quality of life stuff just baked into it. You do have to own Elder Scrolls 3 to use Open Morrowind though, but
Old ways are best ways, Outlander.
Probably not very expensive to get if you don't have it already. You have Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, I think Morrowind, original Morrowind, was on there at one point. So you could get the data files that Open Morrowind needs. And you'll also need original Morrowind to install Skywind when that releases. Because they also have to do it that way in order to not get sued by Microsoft at this point. But it's been that way for a while. Tale of Two Wastelands for Fallout New Vegas is the same. You have to own Fallout 3 to use the mod. I really like Elder Scrolls Online. Especially because it's the only MMO I've played where if you don't want to grind, you don't really need to grind. You can just sort of explore if you want. But it is also a MMORPG with a bunch of MMORPG mechanics, so depends on your tolerance for that sort of stuff. They're also making a lot of quality of life changes ahead. They're also redoing a lot of the classes. So exciting things happening there, assuming Nadella doesn't wake up one morning and just cancel the Xbox division. They're also, at the moment, they are rolling out the expansion content for free, starting with a lot of the old DLC packs. But most of the chapters you get anyways if you buy the, I think it's called the Collector Edition. Yeah, if you ever find yourself in ESO on the EU server, I have a small guild of people who have busy adult lives, so they don't actually play together as much anymore, but hopefully I can get some groups together to do stuff. I don't like that sound. The heck was that? They're also increasing the difficulty of the overland content in ESO, so hopefully they will also add some rewards so that we can actually run around as groups again and actually get something for it. Oh yeah, the ESO base game was free on Epic. Yeah, so if they continue just rolling the old content into the base game, you can kinda just wait for them to roll the content you want into the base game. I don't remember if it's just Vardenfell at the moment. But yeah, the just the base game has at least 120 hours of story. If you count roughly 30 hours for each alliance and then 30 hours for Vardenfell. And I think they're adding Imperial City and Gold Coast and Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood is Gold Coast. What am I forgetting? Osinium, maybe? Into the base game? I'm slightly lost. One thing I wish they would roll into the base game, but I don't think they have said that they're going to, and that's the Imperial Edition bonus. Originally, only the people who bought the Imperial/Collector's Edition of ESO were able to play any race in any alliance. So new players still, as far as I'm aware, when they log in, have to stick to the alliance that their character is. Hopefully that's something they're going to fix at some point, because while it's not as big of an issue anymore, it's still kind of annoying if you have to make a new character in order to play the PvP zones with your friends. Or buy an alliance token, which hopefully that's something they're going to remove as well. You shouldn't have to pay to switch alliance. Now I'm backtracking. Yeah, there's still a store item that's for unlocking any race, any alliance, and it's just kind of shitty thing to have in there. They are removing the vampire, werewolf, and the vampire cure and the werewolf cure from the premium items, though, finally. So that's going to be good for people who keep getting scammed by those items in the store. I actually have a friend who rage quit ESO just after starting because he bought, I think it was horse training and either vampire or werewolf from the store without asking me first, and then I told him that there was stuff he could get in-game via gameplay, and then he just never launched the game again. They're also getting rid of, or they already actually got rid of the login rewards. So now the rewards are gameplay based instead of you getting stuff just for logging in and missing out on a bunch of stuff if you can't log in every day. Yeah, no, I would... I would feel betrayed by the game as well when it pops that stuff in your face, and then obviously you're going to assume that the only way to get that stuff is in the store if the only place the game shoves it in your face is in the store. And I'm backtracking again. But yeah. So they're getting rid of that stuff. Which is nice. So now newbies only have to deal with in-game people selling werewolf and vampire bites for gold. Which is one policy that every guild I've run so far has had. You don't pay for bites. If you want to sell bites, do it somewhere else. Ah, come on! Why, game? Why won't you let me Skyrim? No, too steep. Don't have to find a different route. Oh, that's a tiny rat. I don't think original Morrowind has size variance in creatures. It's not that I remember. A slightly different topic, because I saw I got a follow. Thank you if you're still here. Twitch alerts don't work. Just straight up don't want to work. I'm going to have to check if the bot I'm using has a Linux version. And if not, then go back to using web-based web-based bots again. What was it that made me turn back over this way? These bastards and this paralysis effect. Oh no, there's a cliff racer as well. Oh, thankfully he's not actually hacking. Yeah, I'm not sure I can call myself a beginner anymore, but yeah, if I was actually making money and needed the money from streaming, I would maybe have a premium bot instead of just using whatever works. Mostly I just moderate. But also it's been interesting testing the Twitch enhanced broadcasting stuff. Not using the vertical on Twitch at the moment, but interesting stuff. It's nice to have access to HVC and higher resolution. I think I have because I don't have a bot at the moment, I haven't actually done this, but I was planning to make a command that plays certain clip. Let's see. Assuming Stella hasn't deleted that particular clip. So I don't think I have a local copy of it anymore. Yes, please show all clips. And it's of course too niche to be in the top clips. Is it this one? Yes, it is. If I actually get around to making a command for this, I should probably ask for permission first as well. But I was thinking of making a command that's just exclamation Y. Just pop that clip. Because people do occasionally ask why I stream, because this is obviously not a commercial venture at all. Yeah, streaming vertical on Twitch also means having GPU resources to do it. Because it's quite intensive running 4 or 5 encodes and then adding the vertical encodes on that as well. It's going to be interesting to see how the automatic vertical on YouTube does. assuming anyone found it at all. They have a new feature where they will automatically crop the stream. Doesn't sound like a brilliant idea, but it might work, depending on how it detects what to crop. Skeletons. Hopefully there's nothing more threatening in here than skeletons. Just a bunch of bone meal. A guy taking a nap on the floor. Endelig autosave. What's that even mean? You didn't have to stick through the full 3 minutes. But yeah, I've yet to hit the payout threshold on Twitch, but it's really nice. One of the few good changes on Twitch recently is you can use your use your earnings use your earnings on Twitch if you don't get paid out. Healing, please. Oh, spell absorb. That's going to be helpful here.
Come on, fight!
Oh, you're not a summon, apparently. Oh, shit. And dead. Okay, that's going to be doable. just have to not die. Not too close. Yeah, I never considered it a way to actually make money. Mostly because I'm in Norway, the likelihood of actually making enough money for it to be commercial thing is very low. Also not using a face cam and not particularly being interested in doing this for money. Stop knocking me down and paralyzing me, please, for the love of... Die! Thank you. Props to people who actually manage to make a living grinding out streams and content. Especially if they also manage to have fun doing it.
Dirt everywhere.
Not going to claim their being a content creator is as hard as, for example, working in dementia care, but it's not something that, like, it's not a hobby if you're doing it at the point where you're making money and can live off of it. It's obviously work. The few locals, one being a literal local, but people in Norway who live off of content creation, I get the sense most of them have pretty big sponsorships as well, which you probably would need to make a living being a content creator in Norway. It's also one of the criteria they look at for tax purposes is if you have any sponsorships. So if you're in Norway and you want to live off of content creation, make sure the first sponsorship is a big one, because as soon as you have a sponsor, you're considered a professional. sort of depends what life situation you're in, how expensive Norway is. If you need... Like, if you have chronic diseases or, like, returning health stuff that needs medication, or if you're accident-prone, then Norway is not that expensive compared to other places. But especially like consumer goods are expensive, and anything that's treated as a luxury is very expensive. Just one of the things I noticed the few times I've been in Germany or the Czech Republic is like everyday stuff that is expensive in Norway is not that expensive in those places. But also other things that a lot of normal people spend insane amounts of money on, like diapers and the kindergarten and stuff like that. School is cheap or free in Norway. Free. Technically it's not free, but you don't pay for school. The expense there is just keeping yourself alive, which I discovered is not free. I tried to do a bachelor's in electrical engineering, and you know, school lunches are not free, and rent doesn't magically go away just because you're doing a degree. I guess a lot of other places are probably expensive in other ways. Obviously, around Europe it's going to be vaguely the same. That for consumer goods, from what I've seen, are just cheaper on the continent. Stop throwing shit at me. Oh, you better not have a lot of daggers. And have you... Yeah, so in Norway, even... I guess there aren't any fully private universities or city colleges, but they are sort of semi-private. They're run like corporations, even though they get government funding. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. But yeah, you don't pay for any of those here. The books are really expensive though, but that's not a Norway thing, that's a everywhere thing. Oh, no, please, don't hurt me. Hey, we found Soran. Not exactly the way I intended, but let's see if we can actually get out of this river. Yeah, see, that's bullshit. That's the same as in the UK, where you have to pay out your nose, but they're also receiving government funds. Oh, here at least you don't pay for school. So if I decide to try to do a bachelor's again, I still don't have to pay for the actual schooling. Same if I try to do a tertiary education in healthcare, which I'm currently working in. I don't pay for that either. You know, that's some proper bullshit when commercial businesses get the government funding and then they also make people pay for the service they're delivering. Earthly Delights, I think, is a brothel. Outfitters. Yeah, you sort of... That's the sort of stuff where I start to ask myself, like, why does that company even exist? If they're not actually delivering anything for the money they're getting from the government. But I guess part of it is also just governments not wanting to do it themselves, or in some cases not being allowed to do it themselves because of deals they've made. Like Norwegian unemployment office had a pretty successful thing going where they would act as an intermediary between companies and people who are unemployed, like directly. That got shut down because the recruitment companies sued them because of the EU law that apparently says that they aren't allowed to circumvent the recruitment companies for some reason. Something anti-competitiveness or something like that. Oh, doesn't want those items.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Okay.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue.
Everyone in this city wants to beat me up, apparently. Oh, for crying out loud.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Fine, I'm just going to eat the moon sugar then. There, I got rid of it. Now it's inside me, haha! Interesting that they don't let you trade with them if you have moon sugar on you, but I'm also carrying glass and that's apparently fine. And dwemer scraps, which I think are also illegal. Doesn't buy books. Eh? Right, it's illegal to sleep on the street because the Empire is one of those places with the anti-vagrancy laws.
Compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Did I choose long blade or short?
Leave me alone.
Long blade, okay. You can sleep on the road outside the cities, but inside the cities, and this goes for every Elder Scrolls game, I think. You can't sleep inside the cities.
Your wounds are minor.
You need an actual bed to sleep. I think maybe Skyrim, I think you even need a bed outside of. You can wait, but you can't sleep, I think. Slowed merchant. Huh. I don't remember this dude, so this might be an open Morrowind thing.
Really? Say your piece, churl, and be done. Ask if you must.
Your wounds are minor compared to what
Slave market.
Your wounds are minor.
It's kind of weird after playing so much ESO, being back in Vardenfell and seeing them having slaves again.
Your wounds are minor compared to what
They put Maluka in open Morrowind. That I think is a mod. The total overhaul mod list is kinda huge. YouTube is going to hate this part, but
Minor compared to what you
anyways.
receive if you
wounds are
continue to
minor
bother
compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother.
I didn't actually know this, but Maluka has, I think it's MS. But thankfully it seems she is more active on YouTube again. Oh, the bard even keeps playing while you're in the menu. That's cool. The trade house has moon sugar. Why am I not allowed to carry moon sugar? Bullshit. No, ma'am, I do not need a bed. I can find a place along the road.
Your wounds
Bastards.
are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Dunmer Temple.
Your wounds.
Saint Velot. Oh, is this just a Velot? Oh. I guess it is.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Oh, the Dark Elves, especially the Dunmer of... no, actually, all of them are very much into trading. And trading anything, including people. Yeah, in ESO, this part of Vardenfell doesn't have slaves because of the Ebonheart Alliance outlawing slavery. And then once that alliance ends, slavery just sort of starts again. Yeah, the Dunmer are way into slavery. Hey, Tom Gunner. Welcome in. Thank you. I don't remember if any of the other parts of Tamriel has slavery in any of the games. Like legal slavery. I think it might just be Morrowind. And the parts of Black Marsh that are controlled by the Dunmer. Come at me, you flying bastards. Get away, this is my new sleeping spot. Ah, all better. Deceased mudcrab. Ooh, an egg mine. Either going to be nothing, or there's going to be a bunch of crazy people. Oh, level 25, nice. I think I'm dead. Let's maybe go somewhere else. I don't like egg mines anyways. This is open Morrowind with the total overhaul mod pack. But looks a lot better than it would just installing Morrowind or just installing open Morrowind. But it keeps the general feel of the graphics. Most people, if they don't know that it's modded, but they have played Morrowind, will recognize it as just Morrowind. Usually you have to tell them that it's modded. Unless they recently played the vanilla game. But yeah, if you're interested in trying out Morrowind, I would highly recommend checking out Open Morrowind. Trapped door.
bathe in your blood.
That's a lot of damage.
Fool.
God damn it. Passive blocking is a bit annoying as a mechanic. That's one thing that's better in modern RPGs. The ability to actively block.
You should have picked an easier opponent. You should have picked an easier opponent.
Rat, where did the shulk go? No, just two tiny rats instead. Let's hope this Nord also turned into a rat. Also, let me check what is the quick save button. Quick save is F5.
You will die where you stand.
Oh, Christ, that was a big hit. Let's be tactical about this and not waste healing potions. Now we're gaming like it's 2001. Or something similar to that. I don't actually remember the original. Of course, he's a mage. Oh my god. How am I supposed to dodge firebolts? Whatever the heck that was. Don't even have time to, to heal. Oh, another barbarian.
Our blood is made for fighting!
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, John. Have a nice rest of your day.
Run while you can!
That's almost all my health. Oh, that was not the button I was looking for. Don't actually remember what bandages do. Too complex. Okay. Kind of crazy how we're finding iron weapons and iron armor, but people we're fighting are completely destroying us. Ooh, money. Oh wait, we can use the lock-picking scroll on this chest. Keep forgetting that's even a thing. One gold. Bad.
Blessed we are. Thank you. You have our blessings, Sarah.
I think this is technically a
Kind master.
crime around here, but you know, sometimes you just have to do crimes. Now, I don't think I'm going to mess with that mage again. So he can apparently just one-touch kill us. Well, you have to catch me first. Or hit me with whatever that spell is. Let's run away.
I'm on duty, but go ahead.
What's this about?
Maybe the captain will pull some
Mud crab imports.
piece of the nine to you.
What is this? See anything interesting I can buy? Just Terrible weapons. Lot of thrusting weapons. Mud crab shield. What's the minus armor rating 5? This one's 20. That one's 49. But I don't. No, I can't afford that. I have to remember to come back for that at some point. Rogue. Okay, let's get this mud crab shield.
You talk too much, Outlander.
That's definitely a mod thing. Oh, she has almost nothing. Well, water breathing might be nice to have.
You should learn to dress yourself before venturing out.
Excuse me, I am dressed for success.
Keep moving. Piece of the 9 to you.
I don't actually remember roughly where. I thought Molagmar would be around here. I guess not. Been on for almost 2 hours, so going to go for a bit longer, but probably not much longer. No, apparently Molagmar is over there somewhere. skeleton just out in the open. Okay, that's new. Oh, vampire. No, Nightblade. Well, I'm dead anyways. Huh. Nightblade. Here we are, Molag Mar. That's cool, with little lanterns. Huh.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Ooh, I could have afforded that. Oh, there's another slode. Could have afforded that drag guild now.
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
It's a lot of money just to train. Oh, how do I get out of this UI? That has to be a bug. let's not talk to him and get stuck in that dialogue again. I wonder what is that thing up there? And who are you?
Please us.
Huh. Wind collisions, apparently not a thing. It's probably not a thing in the original game either, if I had to guess. Huh. Yeah, there's no way to get up to that thing. Finally, someone who buys books. Let's see if he has anything interesting to buy. Imperial Dragon Scale. Nope. That's slightly better. And slightly better is still better.
Stay out of trouble and you won't get hurt. Let's get this over with quickly.
Oh, yeah, not going to be able to pay that. That was expensive. No, thank you.
By the gods, you tourists
I've
are
got my eye
indeed-
on you, Outlander. Make it quick, Bosmer. Say what you want or go away. Make it quick,
Why are you
Bosmer.
on the table? This armor would probably be quite good if I actually had any skill with light armor. Corpse Stalker. Dangerous sewers. Bear leggings. Ooh, they're actually better than the ones I have. Bear boots. Same. And less condition, actually. Yep, still windy. This is the boat guy? Yeah. Oh, there's only one exit. Closing in on 2.5 hours. I think I'm at my limit for today. Need to get up and move around a bit and maybe get some food. But thanks for lurking and chatting for people who did. And it's going to be interesting to see if YouTube saves a auto-cropped vertical VOD or if it just deletes it when the broadcast is over. Going to be interesting to see what it looks like if it is saved.